Hi there. I want to share a tip with you today. So the topic is mum guilt. The guilt we feel as a parent, the guilt we feel as a mum. And it's a thing, it's a real thing. And it almost goes with it almost goes with the territory. We feel guilty for the things we say, the things we don't say, the things we've done, things we haven't done, and we can end up feeling constantly guilty as a mum. Now, I'm here to tell you that guilt is an emotion that comes from other people. So, guilt is something when we hear other people say, you should be doing this, or you should be doing that, or I'm doing this and you should be doing it like this. So, guilt is something, it's a belief, it's an emotion that comes from other people. And it might be when we were growing up, the things we heard our parents say, the things we heard our mums say to us. And now, if we feel that maybe we're not following those things, we feel guilty. And what I want to say is, there will always be times that you feel guilty. And maybe if, you've raised your voice and you've had an argument with your son or daughter, then yeah, you feel a bit guilty, you feel a bit bad about that. All you can do is just speak to them. So when things are calm, when you're calm, when they're calm, have a conversation and just apologize. So instead of holding on to any guilt, because guilt is, we're the only ones it hurts if we feel guilty. So instead of holding on to that guilt, just have a conversation and just sort of say, oh, I'm really sorry I shouted at you today. I was having a bad day. I know it's not an excuse. I just want to let you know that I'm sorry for shouting at you because I was just not feeling great. And then move on and thinking about, anything that you feel guilty for. Just talk to your child about it. And obviously, your son or daughter, different ages, so but you can still talk to them in an age appropriate way and let them know how you're feeling and just apologize. Saying sorry for how you've behaved, what you've said, or what you've done as a mum, as a parent, is so powerful because we're often telling our children to say sorry when they've done something they shouldn't have done. And when they're younger, we often, say, make them say sorry. And you'll know when they go, yeah, I'm sorry, or they're looking around and they don't mean it because they're just saying it because we've asked them to or we've told them to at that point. And I always used to say to my son or daughter, please say sorry. And they go, sorry. And then I'd say, what are you sorry for? And then that gets them to think about their behaviour, what it is they've said or done. And then that saying sorry means something. And it's the same with us. Model the behaviour you want to see. So if you feel guilty about something as a mum, just talk to your son or daughter about it and just apologise and then reflect on what it is that you feel guilty about, and also ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself, well, is it reality? Is it, is there evidence to show it? What makes you feel guilty? And think about where it's come from, and then just apologize, deal with it, acknowledge it and think about, next time that situation arises, if it does, think about changing it, doing something to change it. But holding on to guilt just eats away at you. And as a mum, we're always a mum no matter how old our children get. So feeling guilty and being guilty about things really doesn't help us, and it stops us from being, a calm and relaxed mum, a calm and relaxed parent. So just talk about how you're feeling, apologise, and then let it go. I hope this tip helps.